So this is the kind of a key moment for our company that is either gonna show us that the whole concept is crap and we're gonna go bankrupt and gonna ruin everything, or we're gonna start generating revenue, we'll go raise that $3 million seed round and we're gonna be super successful and become the next unicorn. So yeah, a lot of pressure, a lot of risks. Well, let's see what happens. All right, guys, this has been a while since the last time I posted a video on YouTube, but I've been sharing my journey of our company, how it's been going on our social media platforms. I'll be posting a little bit more now on YouTube because a lot of things are happening. A lot of things have happened before during the summer, and now a lot of things are gonna happen. So definitely a lot of things to talk about. All right, if you guys don't know me, I'm Sergey Vorobey. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Unravel Global, which is an AI platform for fact-checking news across the internet. We work with pretty large, very large news media companies and help them with fact-checking by connecting them to other news media companies who have the information and can get paid money for fact-checking for those other news media companies who are customers. So this is like the network. And there is also an AI part which is still in development because apparently it requires a lot of more time and effort and money than we thought before. The AI part is also gonna fact check news across the internet and but still, no matter how advanced the AI is, we still have to keep the human in the loop. So that's why we created this new business model, okay, we stole it from Uber. Okay, let's just call things as they are, but yeah, but basically the whole concept is new and has never been done before, so super excited and honestly very scared. We've been working on this company for over 2.5 years. We've started building this startup with my friend as soon as we graduated from university and we couldn't find jobs, so we started building this company right away, and we evolved both personally, and our idea evolved in many different concepts from the beginning, and we learned a lot. We made a lot of things happen. We failed many times. Yeah, so this is the kind of concept that we've been developing, and the things that we learned we're also going to be posting on social media, and I've been posting that on my personal Instagram, TikTok, and others. And yeah, so definitely sign up for my news media channels and YouTube. Originally, we started this company in Finland, and I've been also traveling to Silicon Valley, to San Francisco, because if you're building an AI company, it's like you absolutely must go to San Francisco, go to California and Silicon Valley. Actually, it's very, very strongly advised that you build your company there because all the innovation is happening there, and I've heard of this from many investors who are also in there because it's like, and it makes sense, right? Especially if you are young and if you are building something, it makes sense to go to the place, right to the epicenter of innovation where all things are happening. So presumably you will have a little bit easier time raising money and finding the best talents, and you just have. Because for startups, it's crucial to have easier access to venture capital, and it's way easier to do in Silicon Valley rather than in Europe. I can tell you that as a startup founder from Europe. This was such a huge mindset shift, so let me first tell you about that. First, when I came to Silicon Valley, I was raising $1 million. That was a couple months ago. That was even slightly before summer. So I was going to all these different networking events, coming up to investors, and they were like, wait, you're raising $1 million? Just one? Why one? It's too little. And I'm like, what? For investors in Europe, 1 million is a lot of money. At this stage, for the seed round, it's a lot of money, and you already have to have revenue, paid customers. But then, okay, if you already have that, then the question arises, okay, why the hell do I need investors if I already have revenue and I'm already doing fine? I'm just getting more revenue. Why do I have to give away you 20% of my company? But yeah, the mindset is very different from European in Silicon Valley, because in Europe, it's all based on numbers and valuation. So if you make $1 million annual recurring revenue this year, then you multiply by 10, then your company is worth 10 million. So then I can give you some money, I can take half of your company, especially if you're somewhere in the Nordics, right? Well, in Finland, this is definitely the case. In Germany, it's a little bit easier in there, right? Because in Germany, it's also considered to be like a very startup-centric country, all things considered. But in Silicon Valley, it's very, very different. I'm come to investors, and I've heard many times they just I'm sitting across them, and they're like, "Okay, Sergey, listen. In Silicon Valley mindset, it's not based on numbers. It's just how these things work. You ask for a couple million, 3, 5, 10, and you're gonna give away like 20 to 25, maybe even 30% of your company. So yeah, it doesn't matter if you ask 3 or 5 million." And I'm like sitting there, huh? So basically, I can ask for 3, right? 3 is like a good number. It's not too much, not too little, definitely enough. Because if you just gonna expand from Europe to Silicon Valley, it's gonna cost you like $1 million, because everything is more expensive in there. Talent is definitely more expensive, and offices are more expensive. Everything is more expensive in Silicon Valley rather than in Europe. But again, Silicon Valley is like the center of the things happening, especially in startups and innovation. And right now, AI. AI is still gonna be hot. Even though a lot of people think that it's a bubble, yeah. But about us, so in May 2025, we opened a Delaware C corporation with a box we got like a post box in San Francisco. So we now have like the Finnish branch, right? The company, the original company, we're starting in Finland, and now we have a Delaware C corporation with the office in San Francisco. We got our lawyers in San Francisco. We got our accounting services also in San Francisco set up. American phone number for the company set up with the open phone, which is like, it takes like 2 minutes to set it up and you get like an American phone number. The whole thing we set up with Stripe Atlas. It costs like $500. And we got like a box set up with a service called Stable. Yeah, we got like so all the mail comes to that box and then it gets scanned and we get it by email. I'm in Helsinki, and I just travel to San Francisco when I have to. So yeah, the whole idea of this Delaware C corporation is that all the clients, all the things happening, all the partnerships, we still sign up for Delaware C Corporation. The investment is going to be also for Delaware C Corporation because, again, the valuation is going to be so much higher for the American entity rather than the European one. And the whole IP is going to be for a Finnish entity because we build the whole product in Finland. And Finland is going to be licensing to the Delaware C Corporation. So yeah, the things are definitely way more expensive in California. I mean, we have lawyers and we pay them like $1,500 per hour. So yeah, that's definitely, but it's also very startup friendly because again, those lawyer fees, they can be deferred until you raise the money for your startup. And there's a lot of different startup programs. There are different accelerator programs right in San Francisco. It's very amazing. I haven't seen anything like that anywhere else. It's a very startup friendly. San Francisco is literally the city for startups and tech people, especially who work in the companies like Google, Amazon, Salesforce, etc. And yeah, this is definitely the place if you're raising money. So if you have the opportunity to travel and open the company in Silicon Valley, you definitely should do that. It's the best. It's probably going to be the best opportunity, the best way to do this. The easiest thing that makes sense to do is at least put yourself in a place where the perks are at, where the investors are at, and you can just walk into the coffee shop and meet some investors there. Because in Finland, I cannot do that. I can walk around the city all day, but I'm not going to meet any investors. Also, what you need to understand is that the times when you can just come up to investor, to VC, and come up with an idea and raise money as like pre-seed, as a save, it just doesn't happen anymore. It's been happening like for many years before, but now there's so many startups. Everyone's doing like AI agents, AI infrastructure, all the bullshit that no one gives a shit about. Literally, you come up to everyone on those networking events. What do you do? AI agents. Okay, what do you do? AI agents. So it's like, okay, how are you different? And they cannot even answer because all they build is AI wrappers. And now investors develop these kind of mechanism. Okay, well, prove that you can make revenue and then we'll talk. And right now, because of so many startups, because right now building a startup, it's like being in a rock band, like, I don't know, 60 years ago. being startup founder is cool. So everyone is building startups, building AI wrappers and calling themselves CEO or CTO, whatever. Now, okay, we are an AI startup, but we're not doing any ChtaGPT stuff. No, we've built a proprietary graph neural net that's been like 20 years ago. We're not using any LLMs because LLMs are not going to work for what we're doing. They're not going to work for fact checking. They just doesn't work like that. So everything proprietary. We build actually hardcore AI. You haters, don't even think about that. No wrappers for us. So I come back from San Francisco, from talking to investors, and they say, okay, you prove that you make revenue, and then we'll invest. Okay, so right now, basically, we've been developing this product, and because we work with not like B2C, you know, B2C is you can build your wait list, you know, of customers who can use your service for free, whatever. But we are B2B. We build a platform for news media companies. How the hell do you go about that? How do you start making revenue with a product that needs money? So again, it's like chicken and egg situation. So what we're doing now is that, because AI is still on hold because apparently we need more money for that. So, but the network we've already built. So after vacations, again, summer was the whole vacation thing for executives, for investors. So yeah, summer sucks in this regard. Summer is awesome, but when everyone's on vacation and you cannot do your job, it really sucks. Again, coming back to this business model that we invented, the Uber for fact checking. So we have news media customers who send their fact checking requests, who send the news to get fact checked by people, experts who have the information, can submit it and get paid for that. So we're going to be sharing the revenue. And we just take the cut from each request, kind of like a small commission. And this is a great business model. It's a perfect business model, right? Because you take money from each request, like Uber makes money from each ride on the platform. And basically, we've built the network of fact-checking organizations, and all fact-checking organizations that are out there are actually nonprofit, and it's very hard for them to make money. So what we did right is that we came to them and we said that, okay, we have this mission to fight fake news. We came to them and offered this mission. Okay, you basically still do your job. You just fact check, and you can also make money for fact checking. So basically, our platform reroutes. When a claim gets submitted by a news media company through our platform, it gets forwarded to the right fact-checking organization or to the right person that is either in the right geography or is interested in the topic or is just an expert expert in that niche. So they will get the claim, they will verify it, and they will send it back, and they will get paid for doing this fact-checking request. Now, that's kind of like our business model that we built. No one has done before, and why there's no fact-checking, especially right now with all the executive orders that are out there, there's no funding for fact-checking organization, right? There's freedom of speech and everything. Investors also always have concerns that there's no money in fact-checking. There's not going to make, news media in general is a sector that does not make money, and we're not going to make any money out of it, which I strongly disagree, because again, the whole idea is to build a platform to share information. There are limitless possibilities for that. Not only you can make a bidding for information, like auctions for information, but you can also share, or you can get connected to the right information at the right time, to the experts across the globe, right? For example, if the news media company in Germany wants to know more about the conflict in the Middle East, they reach out to the company or to the person, to the journalist who is in the Middle East and has the eyes on the situation firsthand and can comment and actually prove or disprove some kind of news that's happening on the internet. So that's the value that we provide. It can go definitely beyond news media, go to other industries, because insurance companies need to fact check information. If there's some kind of hurricane happens and your car gets destroyed, they can fact check that. Brokers, when they go to stock market, they need to fact check. They need to know if the news is correct, to analyze the stock correctly, especially about the meme coins, right? There's so many news about the meme coins. They need to fact check that. If they have the right information, they can make the right decisions to make more money. We built a network of over a dozen of those fact checking organizations who are ready to fact check for our customers and make money out of it. And we're already in talks with some of the largest media companies. You've heard of them. You probably read their news this morning. They're that big. And if you wonder how I got in touch with them, well, first of all, through networks, and second of all, through cold emails. I just emailed them, hey, we are doing this, our mission is this, we're fighting fake news, and we build this platform to help you with that, to help you verify information faster, better, and we offer you a free trial. Now, basically, we got 3 very large media companies to test the platform that we've built with the fact-checking organizations on the network side of it. But we got the problem is that we have to now, if the news media company is using the platform free, then who are going to be paying the fact checkers who are going to do the job? We are. If you don't know, we've got a grant for like slightly over 100K from Finnish government to research, build a platform as well. And we have the last $10,000 left in our bank accounts. So we're gonna spend that money on those trials, and we have one shot, and we better make it count. And this is scary. So this is the kind of a key moment for our company that is either gonna show us that the whole concept is crap and we're gonna go bankrupt and gonna ruin everything, or we're gonna start generating revenue, we'll go raise that $3 million seed round, and we're gonna be super successful and become the next unicorn. So yeah, a lot of pressure, a lot of risks. Well, let's see what happens. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm really scared because because this is the last money. I don't know what we're gonna do if it doesn't work. This is gonna throw the whole concept out of the window if it doesn't work. But it should work in a way. You know, it's just during these trials we're gonna pay to those fact checkers to perform the fact checking for these companies, and we're gonna measure key performance metrics, what kind of value they're actually getting from this platform, what kind of news they submit, so what's the turnaround time, if they're actually like receiving value from this. This is the key point. We'll also get some testimonials. And you know, testimonials from those large companies are going to help us a lot when it comes to B2B sales. In about a couple of weeks, we're going to have those trials done, and we're going to come back to investors with the case studies and say, hey, we have these results, that's what we got, and this kind of value they're getting. So you see that, and if they actually get any value, they will start paying for the service later on. Paying for the service to fact check their news. And then we're just gonna go from there but yeah, we have one shot. It's really scary, huge risk, because the 10K, it's only gonna cover so much for those 3 trials, so we better make it count. And I will keep you updated on how the trials go and how everything works out. I'll make a new video about it on the case studies that we came up with and what actually came from those trials. So go subscribe for more updates.